What's going on, guys? This is John with MTC. Welcome back to my channel. To the new viewers out there, welcome. Guys, as you can see, we're not at the usual, I guess you could call it, studio. I am out and I listening to you guys on what you guys want. I just checking the poll and looks like you guys want the thrift store pickups the most. So that's where we are right now. I'm with my beautiful girlfriend.
What's going on, guys?
She's been dying to do that. So anyways, so we're gonna go in. I might show you guys around a little bit. I don't want to record too much in there, and then hopefully we'll find some stuff. The tricky thing with these thrift store videos is that it's a hit or miss. You can find good things here or you don't. I have another one just in case we don't find anything in here, so let's go in, check it out, and then I'll check back in with you when we get out. Alright guys, we just came out of 2nd Avenue. I'll actually show it to you guys. So that's the thrift store that we came to today. It's one of the bigger ones around my area, which is why I chose to come here first. But I actually did better than I thought I was going to do. Kind of see the big bag, and I showed you some of the pieces and the B-rolls, but I'm actually going to hit up the Goodwill as well, just to see if I can find anything else, because I'm kind of feeling this thrift store luck today. So I'm going to go to the Goodwill, check back in with you guys when I get there. Alright, what's up guys? I just came out of Goodwill. As you can see right behind me, I did manage to secure one item in here. It's becoming a pretty good, like a thrift haul. So I'm definitely excited to make this video. Now I'm going to just drop this off in the car, and if you see behind me, there's an outlet center that's attached to this Goodwill. So I'm gonna head in there, and it's just kind of things that are just all laid out. It's a little bit cheaper, so I'm gonna go see if I can find anything there. So I'll check in with you guys when I get out. And welcome back to the studio, guys. Now we're gonna be breaking down all of the items that I was able to pick up on this haul. And just as a heads up, this all turned out to be outerwear. I did want to diversify the things that I was getting. I wanted to get some t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, you know, sweatshirts, all that good stuff. But I couldn't find good items in that category, so it all ended up being outerwear. But they're all really good pieces. I'm really excited to share them with you all. And I was pleasantly surprised, because a lot of the times when I go to these thrift stores, I don't find too many things. Maybe I'll find 1 or 2 items, but this time I found a decent amount of stuff, so it worked out perfectly. So I'm super excited to share all of this with you guys. So I'm gonna break it down to you guys. So if that sounds interesting, we're gonna dive in with the item number 1. So pickup number 1 is this Coach jacket in a tan colorway. Guys, this is the first jacket that caught my eye when I walked into the thrift shop. I just couldn't get over how simple this jacket is, how versatile it could be, and I just love the details of a Coach jacket. I love the collar, like, you know, it kind of stands apart, and like this detail on the wrist with the buttons. I thought it'd be really interesting if I just kind of wore it like undone and open. And I think it's a perfect jacket to layer on top like a t-shirt or even like a sweatshirt or a hoodie. And it is a linen type of jacket. I don't know if you can see that, but I thought this was perfect for like the springtime to come, also going into summer, more on your colder nights. You can just throw this on top of a sweatshirt or a t-shirt and you'll be good to go. And lastly, the color. I think it's so versatile, it being a tan color. And by the way, I do stray away from like lighter colors when it comes to thrift stores, because it tends to get dirty a lot quicker. But this one had absolutely no flaws. It was super clean, and just it being tan, it's gonna work perfectly, like I said, in the springtime, and also other colors that you could pair it up with. It'll just be perfect. So yeah, Coach jacket, don't have one in my collection, so it's a perfect pickup, and it's a good way to kick off the list. This is pickup number 1. Jumping into pickup number 2, and what do you know? It's another Coach jacket, this time in a navy colorway. And guys, this is definitely a heavier jacket than the other one, so I might get more wear out of this now when it's a little bit colder and like right before it goes into the springtime, and I could definitely like make this work on those colder nights in spring. But yeah, like similar to the other one, the same details on the coach jacket. The collar, this is a little bit more subtle, and the buttons on the wrist is the same. And I thought the navy was going to work perfectly, because navy is, I gotta say, the easiest color to match with any other color. So if you're ever wondering which color to get, always go with navy. It's just the easiest. And the thing that really pushed it over for me, for like really convinced me to get this and get another coach jacket, is the inside of this jacket. Guys, do you see that? That pop of red? Guys, I'm all about those small details that a jacket has that makes it different from all the other ones, and just fun printing inside always does it for me. I think it's a good pop of color when you're wearing it, kind of flash it a little bit as you're kind of walking around. So I think this is a perfect jacket. It's the perfect weight too. It's not super thick where it's gonna get too hot. So like I said, don't have a lot of coach jackets in my collection, so the fact that I was able to pick up a couple on this run worked out perfectly. I'm really stoked about this one, and has a little bit of a boxier fit, which I really dig. And yeah, it works super well. It's super clean too, like the other one. So this is pickup number 2, second coach jacket. And pickup number 3, guys, I'm pretty excited about this one, just because it's very different from what I would usually get. And it is this Nautica windbreaker type of jacket. And guys, why I say I would not normally get this, because I stay away from brands like Nautica just because I hate the way they plaster their logos everywhere, and it just stands out too much. And I'm more of like a subtle design type of guy, minimal branding. So I tend to stay away from Nautica for that reason. But this one, I think the design was very simple and it was very minimal. Like their only branding is really this like this embroidery on the sleeves. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, I thought this also just gave off a very vintagey vibe, and just the whole overall design of this jacket gave off a vintage vibe. So I really dig that. I like the Nautica the stripes across the chest and also to the back. And I think the color, the navy and the cream, works really well, and it contrasts each other really well. And I think this is just a simple jacket that you could throw on top of a hoodie when I'm going out to run errands or something like that. It looks really, really good on body too, and you'll kind of see that in the B-roll. But yeah, like I wouldn't normally get Nautica stuff, but this jacket definitely works. And I think it's a perfect jacket for the spring. And I think, you know, carries a little bit of a dad vibe, you know, but that's kind of in right now. So yeah, I dig it. You know, there's this cinching at the bottom, so you could definitely play around with that. But yeah, not much more to say about this. I like it. It's super clean. Again, it's one of the lighter colors, but there were no flaws to this jacket. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this one. So the fourth pickup on our list is, I know, it's another coach jacket. You know, now that I think about it, I kind of went crazy with the whole coach jacket thing. I didn't realize it when I was picking them up, but now that I'm breaking it down, who needs this many coach jackets? But anyways, I couldn't pass this one up. This is in the chocolatey brown, dark brown color. It's in the suede material, very different from the other ones. And similar to the second coach jacket that I showed you, this one is a little bit more on the heavier side. But I think, like I said, it's a really good weight too. It feels really nice, like the suede. And similar details, the collar, the buttons on the sleeve or the wrist. And I mean, there's nothing more I can say about this jacket that I didn't say about the other ones, but I just couldn't pass up this like brown one. And this is from actually Joseph A. Banks. So I know it's not like a super cheap like jacket, and I can't tell if it's like real suede or faux suede, but it feels really good in my opinion. So, and I think it will look really well. Look really good. That's what I meant. But yeah, I mean, I'm super stoked about this jacket, because I think the darker tones of this jacket will allow me to kind of straddle that line between a coach jacket and a bomber jacket. So, and I think this will work for kind of both type of looks. So Yeah, super excited about this one. But another Coach jacket for pickup number 4. Now the 5th and final item on this list is going to be a bonus pickup. And I say this because I didn't actually pick it up when I took you guys to that thrift store, but I picked it up a week or two back when I went with a couple of my friends, and I saw this really nice coat that I couldn't pass up, especially for the price. But I thought I might as well share it with you now because I'm sharing with you guys what I picked up at a thrift store anyways. But before we do that, I'm actually going to give you guys 2 tips that I always use and utilize when I go to these thrift shops to kind of set myself up to find the most success in these thrift shops, and something that you guys could use too if you guys are going out shopping. So before we dive into the 5th one, I'm going to give you guys these 2 tips. So tip number 1 is throw sizing out the window. Guys, especially if you're on the smaller side, don't just limit yourself to the smalls and mediums. Go out and search the largest, extra large, I would even say double XLs, just because when it comes to thrift shops, you know, a lot of things have been washed already, has been kind of beaten up. So a lot of things, and things are old too, so the sizing might run a little bit differently. When it's washed, it might have shrunk a little bit, so the larger size might work for you. The boxer fit might work for you, the oversized fit might work for you. So don't limit yourself, because with thrift stores it's already limiting like as it is, but don't just limit yourself to your size sections. You know, branch out and go up to the bigger sections and see what you can find. Like the Nautica jacket that I found that fits perfectly on me, it's actually a large, and that's where I found it, like in the large section. So don't limit yourself, throw sizing out the window. Now the second tip when it comes to thrift shopping, this goes out to both men and women, and I would recommend you guys to search each other's section. Now when it comes to women, I know it's a lot easier for you guys to find things in men's section that works for you. Now for the guys out there, I would recommend you guys to search the women's outerwear. That's what I usually do after I go through the men's section. I go through the women's outerwears, because a lot of the times you can find pieces that are really nice that could work for both genders. And if you're able to rock it and you're comfortable in it, you know, nobody's gonna ever question that that's a women's piece. So, and a lot of the bigger sizes in the women's section at thrift shops can work for you guys out there. So don't hesitate, don't feel like it's weird. You know, I mean, if you're comfortable with it, go out, branch out, like I said, and search the women's outerwear section. It's all about, you know, keeping your options open, just because thrift shopping limits us so much with, you know, what's available there. So guys, check the women's outerwear section. You might find some really good pieces there. Now the 5th and final item on this list is this top coat in olive green. Guys, I was super excited when I found this, just because I was looking for this oversized like top coat that's more street stylish, and it's been super hard to find. Like I have a lot of like fitted ones that's a little bit more dressier, so I wanted to find something a little bit oversized, and this one actually works for me. And I had to get the sleeves hemmed up a little bit though. It was way too long, but once I did, like, it works perfectly. And like I said, with the tips, I kind of found this in the larger sections of the top coat, and I tried it on. I was like, it's a vibe. Like I could definitely make this work. So like if you see inside too, it's like lined with fur, and this is actually detachable, so I can make this jacket a little bit lighter for like that springtime. And you know how I said I love jackets with like the fun printing inside to make things a little bit different? Well, guess what? This one has it. Do you see that? That pop of yellow with that olive green, that beautiful contrast, beautiful colors of this jacket. And guys, the thing that like puts this jacket far and beyond was the pricing of this. Guys, when I went to the thrift store at this time, I think the store wide was like 50% off. I think this had to do with like the President's Day sale. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. But I got this jacket for $9.99. Guys, you guys wouldn't believe if I told you guys I paid $9.99. Like the quality is there. It's definitely like an older coat, so there's like that vintage vibe too, which I really love. And the color, like the color is absolutely beautiful. No flaws to this jacket. I can't say anything bad about this jacket, really. There's nothing bad about this jacket. So this is probably one of my favorite pickups of this entire list, which is why I want to share it with you guys. But guys, this wraps up our list. 5 items that I was able to pick up at the thrift stores. And that's gonna wrap up the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, leave it in the comment section down below which one of these pieces were your favorite. And guys, while you're down there, if you have any other ideas on where I should go to do these pickup hauls and share them with you guys, definitely leave that comment down below as well. You can also reach out and directly message me over on Instagram at mtcmvmt. I'm sure I'll be putting up a lot of different looks with the jackets that I showed you guys today. So if that sounds interesting, definitely give me a follow over there. And guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up. It does go a long way in growing this channel and growing this community. And guys, if you have stuck with me to the last bit of this video, like I always say, love each and every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.